And we are live. It is 8:01 p.m. Eastern on April the 13th, Easter Monday, 2020. Everybody's in lockdown. Everyone is so bored that you're tuning in right here, right now to this. I'm Ben, and welcome to Canucks with Guitars. Wait, what? Why am I only half screen? What's going on here? Seems we have another guest here.
Hi. I'm Mark Authentic Andre Agassi, and I'd like to tell you to play authentic.
Well, there we are. What do we make of this? Let's see. Who do we have in the chat here? As my guest has gone away. Is that a guest? No. It's Canucks with Guitars. We don't do guests. It's a co-host. That's right. You know him. You love him. It's the one. It's the only. Yay! It is Ricardo himself. The original dynamic duo back in effect.
Happy Easter Monday, everyone.
How
you doing?
Welcome back, buddy.
Hey, happy Easter, Ben.
Happy Easter to you, sir. Happy Easter to you.
And indeed.
Let's see. Well, let's get to it. Who do we got in the chat? We have, oh man, this is going to be shotgun because we already got 24 in here. We got Peter DeBad. We've got Terry's GG&G. We have Down and Back with Corn Doug. We have ZD351. We have Knucklehead 0. We have Mr. Mark Taft himself, the myth, the legend, the roadie.
Mr. Taft.
Mr. Taft. We've got Brax Stubblefield, BC Rich 581, my lovely sister Amanda. Let's see who else we got in here. Terry Himes.
Wow. It gets much louder when I adjust my phone.
Oh, look at that. Music Therapy Laz, Vandy Man, Vinum Pickups, Bent Tom, Keith H, Adam D, Jack the Rabbit.
Hear everyone now.
On here last night. Great Vanzini. Awesome. So come on in, folks. Grab a seat. Grab a performance-enhancing beverage. And let's talk gear and fun. And
I've lost my performance-enhancing chooch, though. You'll have to give me a moment.
Well, while you do that, I'll say a shout-out to both Salut, BV Ninja, and hello to, or hola, to Jose Benito Martinez Jr. And there's Joe Hervey 84, metalhead himself. Let's see here. Bearded Blues Dude. Yeah, I need to go to get a beer in the freezer. Yeah, you do. Joe's happy. Awesome. Let's see, we got 36 people already in here. Thanks again for an awesome time last night, Jack the Rabbit. That was a lot of fun. That's right, Gussie. Richie is here. Well, close by. He's looking for his vape.
Ironically enough, I lost it during that Mark Andre Agassi bet.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh, Jesus. Pops! Quentin James is in the
authentically stolen from me.
Like a Bic lighter or your favorite guitar pick.
Authentically stolen.
Authentically stolen.
There's a campaign for Chibson. Chibson USA.
At least we don't steal your chooch.
Chibson USA. Their memes have been killing me lately. Oh, can I say that?
Dude, you can say that. Did you know they were going around at NAMM handing out Chibson t-shirts?
No, that's awesome. All right. I'm still looking for the bait.
You do that. Fruitcake Tony, good to see you, man. Let's see. Boner Jams, you sexy bastard. Good to see you. Original Paramutant. Lovely Janice. Oh, we're up to 46 I'm seeing here. Yeah, that's always a good idea, Mark. Right, Bent Tom? He says, Chips in USA is my favorite channel on the gram. Hell yeah. JP Page 2. Let's see who else we got in here. So, yes. Live Q&A tonight, folks. Figure rather than play guitar, Richie and I were chatting earlier, and we're like, screw it. Let's do the show together. Let's get the band back together, man. Let's do the show.
I got a mortgage to pay. Let's do a reunion tour. So said 1/5 of the Eagles. Hello, everybody in the Canucks with the Guitar virtual land. Good to see you all again. It's been a day or two.
It's funny you say that because I know one thing with Facebook memories. I gigged a lot in April based off Facebook memories.
I was actually just noticing the same thing recently.
Vandy Man says, I went down the Sloan rabbit hole last week. Awesome.
Woo!
Yeah, Pete Thorne and I were talking about Sloan.
Yes.
And how,
Sloan,
because
there isn't anything bad that's ever going to result from listening to Sloan. Well, that's all I'll say. Nothing bad will ever come of it.
He moved down to LA in 1990, so he missed out on Sloan completely the first time around.
Wow. Oh, geez. Wow.
Yeah, he finally found out about him. I think he said late 90s, and it was...
it's like being the only Irish kid who's never heard of U2.
Hey, we got... Speaking of local shredders, we have Mr. Matthew Fry in the chat.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Very good, sir. Good to see you.
Yeah, I forget what it was. I think he was playing. He's subbing in with a band, and they were out on tour with Sloan. And then, you know, it's like one of those. They do their set. Sloan comes out, starts playing, and he's like, "These guys are awesome."
Be like, man, these guys deserve a record deal.
Well, that was the thing, and of course, touring together, he found out how they were. You know, they got signed by Geffen, I think it was. You know, album is a flop by their standards, so they were able to get all the rights to their own material back
in exchange for the fact Geffen refused to promote the album. Like, you can have your crap back, but we're not going to spend a dime promoting this album. And it's honestly, it's one of my favorite Sloan albums, to be honest. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that was smeared. I could be wrong. Matt Fry will correct me.
Shredder, competent rhythm player. Hey, there's Lawrence Petross himself. Awesome. And BV says it's usually me that brings up Sloan. That is true. And Fruitcake Tony wants confirmation. Is April Wine Canadian?
Is that because of the French connection? The Sloan?
Sloan?
The Sloan.
Fruitcake Tony, April Wine is in fact Canadian.
Yes.
No cover charge. Dang, Ben got older. I was just watching Young Ben. Yeah, thank my sister for finding that old ancient...
Oh, I saw that! I had a good chuckle at that.
That was the thing. She sent it to me, and I was like, that's hilarious. And I was like, you know what? We need some levity out there. Let's throw it up for the world to watch.
Man, this laptop is taking forever and a day to sign into YouTube.
Hey, Paul Ewing. Good to see you, man. Harley Hex. Awesome. Randall Fisher's in here. Let's see. Matt says Sloan does great cover art of does a great cover of Don't Let Your Love Go Wrong by April Wine. See, what gets more Canadian than Sloan covering April Wine?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like, that's it.
I just like, let's strive for something really obscure. No, that's actually pretty good. That's pretty maple syrup and hockey pucks right there. Like,
yep,
face off, folks. It's Sloan covering April Wine.
Let's see. There's Six String Brian. Hope you had a good rest of your show. I got to catch the rest on replay. He was rocking out earlier. It was awesome as usual. And I found out something interesting. Speaking of iconic Canadian players,
oh boy,
Mr. Tim Mitchell, you know his famous guitar Blue that he's played basically since he's been solo.
Yeah, forever and a day. Yeah.
Did you know that the guy who built that guitar is the repair guy at Cosmo Music?
I did know that actually. It was on something on that thing Kim Mitchell has on that one satellite channel that nobody gets, but we all get the free preview for once a year, and we get the same 4 episodes of Kim Mitchell's show.
Right. The same 4.
Kim Mitchell's guitar picks or something like that. But in one of the episodes, it's the episode about Blue, and he talks about that. Otherwise, I would not have known that little trivia bit. Were it not the 4 episodes that I had on my PVR 6 times because I set my PVR to PVR every episode, and the preview was just the same 4 episodes over and over and over and over again. But man, let me tell you, I know all about how Ian Thornley cannot solder. But yeah, that was one of the little factoids in one of the episodes. The other was the Trinity Amps was one of the episodes.
Right.
Which, for those of you who are not aware of Trinity Amps, they're made literally just down the road that way from my place. Like,
they
2 kilometers, kilometer and a half, 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers maybe. And I'm check out their website, buy one of their amps. They're amazing. They sell them all over the world. I just read something on Reverb recently about them. Like they're finally getting the recognition they deserve. They're awesome. Check them out.
Yeah, I was going to say,
they don't give me anything or any money. I'm just saying that because they're cool and they're awesome. Like I don't even own any of their products. I'd love to.
Tom in the chat here. He and I were in watching a live stream, and I'm trying to remember who it was. He plays Trinity Amps, and I'm like, Trinity Amps. It was one of those. Rack your brain, all of a sudden I do a search.
It's ringing a bell, but why?
Yeah, and I'm like,
they're made right down the road.
Yeah, they're 20 minutes from me.
Yeah. No, and they're awesome. The Tri-Watt, that's on my list right now of like really me wanty if I had a bunch of money would be a Trinity Tri-Watt. It's just it's the most sensible way of owning the high watt sound.
Eric Steckel. I think that's the player. It was Eric Steckel was on Dave Nesdall's show, and he plays them.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. And yeah, Matt Fry was saying, Billy Gibbons rocks a Trinity.
Yes, I saw recently something about the Reverend Gibbons owning a Trinity.
Yes.
Sorry, I keep pointing. It seems really dramatic with the tiny picture on the screen. My finger's like that big, so it's...
Yeah, see, whereas I have a literally 50-50 on the screen, like the way the folks are seeing it.
I don't mean to be so demeaning, folks. I can lean into the screen, but
okay.
Eventually I'm going to fall off the chair, and that's not going to be any good.
Now, Bent Tom, you may not know this, Rich, but Bent Tom lives in the greater Philadelphia area, and he may have to be an honorary Canuck because he just commented Rob Baker from the Tragically Hip, too.
Yes, he does. In fact, he plays their AC-15 matchless combo. I can't remember what it's called right now.
Right.
Try 15 but yes, he does play that, and I'm pretty sure he has another model too. Maybe they're
there. We go. Yeah, BV confirmed.
Yeah. Wow. First off, how's a guy from Philadelphia know about the hip? And secondly, how's a guy from the Philadelphia know that much about where Rob Baker's playing?
Well, you see, Bent Tom has very good taste in music, and I blame it on him going to college with RJ Ronquillo.
Oh, well, there we go. Yeah. Well, yes, he's absolutely right with what counts on having fantastic taste in music, and Rob Baker plays Trinity Amps.
And for Bent's bedroom amp, it is, in fact, a vintage, I think, 71, 72 Plexi full stack.
I love it. Eventually, I will get the chat going here. It's still not.
See, Matt's saying it was the TC-15. Thank you.
Thank you. The TC-15. There we are. I knew it was something or other 15.
And Vinum Pickup says, actually, Prince had a couple Trinity amps as well.
No shiza. I mean, it doesn't surprise me because if there's something new and cool and fantastic on the market, Prince had one. But no shiza. I did not know that fact.
Well, it would be like if you told me, hey, did you know Mike Campbell had one? I'm like, of course he does. He has one of everything.
Everything that gets released at NAMM, he puts a pre-order on.
I'll take one.
He buys one, and if he's like, oh, this is cool, he just keeps it, brings it down to the clubhouse, and it just builds up dust with the collection of the rest of the umpteen $1 trillion for the gear they've got. If he doesn't like it, he puts it on the reverb store.
Well, and the thing is, probably with him too, it's like, the tech crew that maintains the clubhouse, they're like, dude, the Heartbreakers haven't played a show in years. You just keep sending more gear in every week.
A U-Haul shows up once a month with a bunch of crap for us to offload, retube, clean the dust out of,
and nobody shows up.
Catalog and put in storage.
Yeah.
And this building's still owned by Tom.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
Dang. Absolute mayhem with the super chat. He says, Ben and Rich miss the duo. Glad to see Rich.
Oh, well, thank you, buddy. I'm going to see what I can't do about the yapping beasts that you may or may not be hearing in the background, but
I can hear him a bit.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Randy Crooks just got off work and now noodling on new guitar. Nice. And let's see here. While Richie deals with the unyieldly beasts, why don't we thank the sponsors? LPD Pedals, Reno Fin Custom Guitars, Tesi Switch, FU Tone, Flipside Music, and Ardens Music. Dun, dun, dun.
Bruno.
That was going to be my question, Terry Himes. Randy, what did you get? Thank you, sir.
It's just Bruno, and you know how he is, and he hears voices and thinks there's somebody here.
Who's he talking to?
There we are. Again with the pointing.
Thank you very much, Terry. You put a link to the merch site on there. There's Unfucking Believable. Awesome.
What a name.
Let's see here. Mayhem is asking, did Rich show off the blue Les Paul shaped object in the back? I assume it'd be your jet.
Oh, all right. I didn't realize I was in camera. What? Well, why do I have to turn that? That's actually in camera. But anyways, perhaps many moons. Yes, we must have, because there was somebody who also had one that wasn't happy about the tuners and was asking. But again with the pointing, wow. We can, sure, why not? It's recently actually gotten, ironically enough, I'm pointing right now, but I'm pointing under the stool, so you can't see it.
Right.
I've recently addressed the tuning issues on it, and it's holding tuning almost as good as anything in the fleet, which is kind of surprising, given that it was always kind of wishy-washy about it, and that was always one of the things that was kind of irritating about it. But sure, Mayhem, let's show her off.
No cover charge says Ben is drinking the yuppie wine. LOL. No Molson. Well, anybody that knows me can probably count on one hand the amount of Molsons I've had in the last 20 years. I'm a Labatt's guy.
I can testify to that. I think in the time I've known you, I've only seen one, and I believe it was complimentary.
Yeah, they're all complimentary. And that's usually when we'd be playing like an outdoor set in 100-degree heat, and you could look over and you're like, oh, Ben's chugging on a Molson. What the hell's going on? It was free and cold.
Somebody walked up and put it on the stage. So that's Mayhem inquiry yonder.
Here we go. I'll put you on solo layout. Bam!
Do the old Stanley Kubrick flyby here. No, that's actually taking way too long. That's nut.
Vine Pickup says Ben is drinking April wine. Haha. I see what he did.
Bum. So we got the old thumbnail inlays here, the Rosebird, Fretbird. Ooh, we got the black top filter trons. And in case you missed what it was on the upside. The fancy old V Cadillac tail and the limited edition Fairlane Blue, which it's one of those bizarre things Fender does where they're just like, oh, it's limited edition. And it's limited edition in that it's only available on that particular model that 1 year. But then the next year, it's available on everything in its dog and its cat and the case and the amps and the tuners and capos and everything else.
Right.
But this particular year, this was the only Gretsch model this color was available. And then the next year, it was available on a bunch of other things.
Nice.
But I traded a Fender Vaporizer 210 for it, which I really liked. And I just, ironically, when I had got this, like the week before, we had a gig with Honey Badgers. I'm
right. Like, you should know this, Ben. I was like, yes, I was there.
Wow, look at the size of that face. And I was really happy with it, actually. I was like, oh, it sounds kind of like my DeVille, but like smaller and a little lighter to carry around and funky looking. And then a week later, Ben showed up and he saw this and he gave me a punch of the arm because I'd kind of hinted I bought a new guitar and it was limited edition in blue. And then he showed up and he's like, damn it, I knew you bought a Gretsch. But it wasn't quite under the circumstances that he thought it was. But
right.
And then he was like, where's the vaporizer? I'm like, I turned it into a Gretsch. He's like, but I thought you loved it. I'm like, yeah, I did. But then I realized I've already got a Fender with 10-inch speakers. And then it became the Gretsch. So that's the Gretsch. It's I recently, and sorry, so if somebody has one of these electromatic Gretsch and they're complaining that it doesn't necessarily the greatest tuning thing in the world, literally the biggest and only really thing that I've done to this guitar, I doped the nut up. Now you can buy the fancy Dr. Stringfellows, whatever, the easy bends, nut sauce, jerk off, juice, whatever. Right. Or you can get yourself a golf pencil or a regular crappy school pencil, a little bit of Vaseline, and a piece of sandpaper, and you just you get yourself a nice pile of graphite there. And then you mix it with the Vaseline, and you put it in some sort of wee little small container, like some sort of
a pipe.
I was gonna say, what's that word I'm looking for? Contraband container, like a little contraband jar, perhaps. And and then you just keep that, and with that one golf pencil and a little bit of Vaseline, you'll make up enough dope for doing 20, 30,000 nuts and saddles and everything you could imagine.
We do have reporting in.
Strats.
We got reporting in. Randy Crooks got an Epiphone Gibson-inspired 50s Les Paul.
Ooh, how are they? I haven't actually talked to anybody yet who's played one of the new, like, fancy Epiphones.
You could have asked me.
Oh, you did the review video. That's right.
Well, that and I played them at NAMM.
Ah, Sun Beach.
Yeah. Eljon's like, here, play this. I'm like, dang. Other than that, the next like a baseball bat.
My playing is price point wise. They're like, you can get a reasonably decent used authentic brand for about the price of what they're going for new is my thing. Right. And like, what are we talking? Like, is it like one of those things that you play it and you're like, yeah, I don't really care what it says in the headstock. This is a solid axe. Or is it one of those? It's pretty close.
They're better than they were. It'd be more like your pro, like those higher end Epis were. It's like the higher end ones is now more the standard.
So like what the old Japanese like elitist ones were, or like not quite.
Like as opposed to just an Epiphone Les Paul standard, as opposed to the traditional pro Yeah, where they do all the bits and bobs.
All right, and then the custom was like the decent, like
yeah.
All right, so okay.
Let's see here. Randy Crook says he got to see April Wine in Hawaii with Loverboy in the early 80s.
I don't know how many people I tell about that.
I would totally
not about the April Wine side, but the Loverboy.
Hey, I love Loverboy.
April Wine and another unnamed Canadian artist.
Yeah, I'd rock out to the Loverboy. They had a lot of hits back.
Turn me loose, buddy. Turn me loose.
You know, working for the weekend.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Vinem Pickup says, I heard the new Epis have some fret issues. Didn't feel any on any of the ones I played because they have them in I'm sure they still have them in at Long and McQuaid since they boarded up the place about a week after I was in there. And come to think of it, actually, it was the last time I went out to shoot demos. I stopped in there knowing, I'm like, hey, they won't be busy. Everyone's staying at home because of this virus thing. So I shot like 5 demos. I think Rich froze, folks.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Well, your picture froze.
It might have. I'm responding to the counterpart.
Let's. Oh, dang! Boner Jams. Boner Jams, gents. What are you guys tuning to? What guitars do you use for clean tone, and what guitars do you use for heavy tone? Lastly, favorite current guitarists. XOXOXO. Good question.
Do you want to take that one first, Coombs? Or
all right. For tuning, pretty much everything's in E standard. Because I don't have a reason to tune to anything else at this moment. If I need to tune to something else, obviously I will as needed. For as far as guitars for clean tones, that would be my Tellys for the cleans. Heavy tones, that guy right there, EVH Wolfgang.
I almost bought a Wolfgang knockoff yesterday, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, a Slammer by Hammer.
Oh.
That was the only reason I was considering it. It's like, I mean, it's a crappy offshore hammer. Like, there's still like even the Slammer by Hammer Strats were miles above like a Samick or something. Like,
okay, so what's your clean guitar, your heavy guitar, and favorite current guitarist? Because I'm still thinking of actually, you know what? Favorite current guitarist, I'll go with Sammy Bowler.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
So
friend of the channel.
Since it's already out, it's actually handy. So this is like if I'm playing. Let me actually get it on camera. There we go. If I'm playing open chords or like clean sounds, like, and I don't want that spanky Fender tone, this is hard to beat. Like it really is. It's even with like a mild bit of grit. Like open chords is what this thing excels at.
Yeah.
It's super great power chords. Bar chords and open chords, like that chimey kind of sound you want.
Yep.
It's hard to beat this.
Nice.
As far as the dirty tone.
Hey, Steve Anderson. Good to see you, man.
I don't know. I can't. Yeah. No. This is difficult to get again. There we go. That. Nah. Well, the lighting's very poor, and I can't. Oh, wait. That's about the best we're getting, I guess.
There we go.
Anyways, that's my Les Paul 50s tribute. I'm really hard. I'm really hard pressed to say that I've ever owned or currently do own a better guitar.
It is nice.
Yeah.
I'd swap out the pickups.
It is a really great tone, clean sound too, and I probably could have picked it as my clean sound favorite, but dirty, I don't think I own anything that sounds better.
Nice.
As far as a current guitarist who really impresses me, Yvette Young, or
Nice.
no, Yvette Blast. Oh, there we are. The chick from Covet. Yvette Blast. Anyways, she really impresses me. Not so much her technique, but just like the interesting things she does melodically.
Right.
And it's really irritating me now that I can't think what her last name is.
And thank you very much, Grumpy Mike, for the donation. A little lockdown loot for the tip jar, and why not? Awesome. And hello, Padded Pedal Broom. Channel out on Montreal.
Montreal! In the Belle Province.
Yes.
One of the funnest cities in North America.
That's true.
Hey. The guard dogs are
here. No Coverage Charge says, okay, I am wanting a Fender American Original 70s Tele Custom, but they're $1,900, so expensive. But do they have the wide range humbuckers made with the
Q knife
thing in the neck?
Yes, they do. An original that still has the original pickups will have Q knife. I actually have a coworker and a good friend of mine who owns a custom with original wide rangers.
I remember that guitar.
You've seen that guitar.
I believe I've seen that guitar.
But yes, and with the Q knife magnets, and I had the wide rangers in that Jazzmaster I got from Terry's GG&G.
Right.
And they were nice. They didn't sound like a humbucker. They didn't sound like a peanut. Like they were something all of their own.
Yeah.
But they didn't sound like a wide ranger. Having played two original vintage Tele customs with wide range pickups in them, they're a different beast.
Yep.
They're a whole different beast. Those Q knife magnets, like you can get them from who is it? The Creamery will still do original Q knives, and if you send them in your Squire offshore or Fender reissue wide rangers, they'll redo them with Q knife.
Nice.
For probably about the cost of like 50% of just buying a beat up vintage custom Tele. So I mean, you really kind of got to weigh out how much you really, really want those pickups at that point. But it's still cheaper than buying a set on eBay.
This is true. This is true.
Therein lies their business. Speaking of things creamy, we've got a Canadian distributor for Milkman amps now.
We do?
Yes, Cosmo.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, Cosmo's now carrying Milkman. So that stoked me right out when I
was not aware of that, and I will say they did not have any there the last time I was there.
No, they only have 3 models listed online, so something tells me they are a distributor.
Yeah.
As in, we can get them physically to you without having to pay to get them shipped yourself.
Yeah, the same way they carry Friedman.
Exactly. We can get it in without you having to pay with your own credit card and get it yourself. If you're a cash-only kind of guy, you can get it here.
Exactly. Although I will say, last time we were in there, I think they had 3 or 4 Friedman guitars.
They did, actually.
And half of them were not relict. I was shocked.
No, they only had that one really beat-up-looking Tele, the one beat-up-looking Strat, and they had
I think they had a Cali, a Vintage T, and then the Metro wasn't really relict.
I was going to call it the San Dimas-looking one, but yeah, the Cali.
That's right, Laz. He says Milkman amps are made right here in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah, and they're awesome. They are awesome.
Yep.
On my lottery list of things to buy right now would be a Milkman amp. Because I really like them. They look cool. They sound even cooler than they look. And that's a real hard buy considering they look so darn cool.
For me, it's still the JJ Jr. I want that head. It's just, I don't know. It's got all kinds of goodness in it. Although, I don't know if you had seen...
So am I still soloed, or is that just like on my screen here? Because that's kind of bumming me in.
Just realized that. There we go. Hey, we're having fun.
I don't know how entertaining me in a Hawaiian shirt is for the viewers, but I am pushing Peely Wineries if you're interested. By the way, if you're a Northern American, as in the Northern, yeah, buddy, Peely all the way. Steph would be proud. I'll make sure I tell her. Yeah, if you are in the northern states of America, or perhaps just looking for a fantastic getaway that doesn't involve leaving the country, but technically does, or if you're in southern Ontario and looking for a fantastic getaway that doesn't involve leaving your country, but seems tropical, Peely Island.
There we are.
I am in no way endorsed by the Peely Island Board of Tourism, but I would like them to endorse me.
That's right.
And avoid pointing at the camera.
We have a question here. CC Post, I think, new name in the chat. Welcome. That's awesome.
Hello.
Do you like the Milkman better than the Benson?
I have not played a Benson, so I can't actually make a fair judgment on that. But I have played 3 different Milkman, and each of them I thought was better than the last.
It's another life-changing amp to play. That next level.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Now, is it a dirty or like kind of a like sort of the Milkman in that like Fendery, like it'll do dirty if it has to kind of bang?
Yeah, I think it can do both.
Okay, all right. Because I mean, that was one thing that impressed me about what was it, Victory amps there?
Yeah, tons of headroom.
I had always heard like great things about like, oh, they're the Marshall Killer, they're the Marshall Killer, they're the Marshall Killer, and then I played one and I was like, oh, it's got a really like almost voxy, like really nice clean to it. Yeah. Like nobody talks about that.
Ton of headroom.
Oh yeah, like lots of headroom. Like I think you would be hard pressed to find a venue where you're going to be clipping out the clean channel on that amp.
Yep.
And if
they're like Metalhead Hippie
watts or something like that, like they're not even ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, Metalhead Hippie's leaving. It looks like Janice may be leaving. And hello to Hurricane Moon.
You are like a hurricane moon.
Frank Corcoran. He says, Richie, what do you think of the Marshall MOSFET?
Which particular version of the MOSFET? Because I am a lover of the Marshall MOSFET series. I thought
since we both own the same head.
Multiple times, both of us even.
Exactly.
But I have a particular love for the Lead 12 MOSFET, the Lead 12 mini stacks, the Master Lead combos, and the Lead 100 MOSFETs. I think they're all particularly fantastic amps. The 5150s also really great amps, but ridiculously overpowered for a 212. It's the only thing I was like, why would you cram 150 watts into a 212?
Laz asks, wow, it's amp talk tonight. I kind of dig this. See a 6-string Stanger. Laz asks, what do you and Richie think of the Mesa Fillmore?
Oh, you know what? I never heard one, like, aside from review videos until Rory bought his Fillmore 30. And, you know, me and Mesas, I'm not, like, particularly outrageously.
Right. I'm more of a fan than you are, I'd say.
Yeah, but much like the new what is it called? The California Tweed, I think, the 6B6 little 30 water or 25 water, whatever it is. Mesa's put out another amp in the Fillmore that really shatters and kicks in the teeth by Mesa Boogie prejudice, because I think, as has been said before, a lot of my Mesa prejudice comes from the dual rectifier and the triple rectifier and the blah, 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 blah.
And the overuse of said rectifiers.
And and how it just became, it's like me in orange amps. It just became such a generic sound that I was like, I don't like them because that's what everybody sounds like. Like, it's cool and it's great and there's nothing I can say bad about it, but just everybody sounds like that. So I don't want one. But the Fillmore, they're and he recently got the Fillmore 60 or 50, whatever the next step up is.
Right.
So he now has 2 Fillmores because only Rory would do that. But
Yeah.
You would.
And when it came to the Fillmore for me, I liked it a lot better when I played through it. Oh.
But
you
no,
don't use pedals to color your tone.
They're really, really great. And they're a very much an around the bases amp. Like you can get from first to second to third to home plate without, really requiring any external forces.
Yeah.
I'm not the hugest fan personally of channel switching on amps. Like I prefer to just set my amp to sound the way I want it to sound and then use additional accoutrement on the floor to make it do that whatever extra.
Yeah, we prefer to do the tap dance with pedals.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Like I've recently moved over to actually using a dirty amp instead of a clean amp.
Mm-hmm.
But I still before my input hits the amp, I've got a wah, a noise suppressor, my green Rhino, and an MXR Dynacomp, and then a volume pedal. It's just like, I'm not using channel switching, and I'm not using 50,000 pedals technically,
right?
But yeah, so I mean, I still am, but I prefer to set an amp where I want it to be, where I can get that dynamicness of it. If I want to play clean, I'd lighten up or maybe roll the volume a teensy bit.
Sure.
And if I want to play dirty, I just dig in. And if I want to get any dirtier than that, then I've got the green Rhino to do that.
There we are.
And I've got the Dynacomp set up for a boost. So there we are. Woo!
Browns fan, hello, welcome. New name on the channel here. That's awesome.
Boo! No, jokes aside, man. Cheers to you. Cheers to Cleveland fans, man. You guys have the ultimate pride in the world for being the losingest state in professional sports.
Thank you,
Terry.
Terry.
You're still diehard fans, and that's awesome. And I meant to point that time because you, sir, get a point and a thumbs up. Hello, Browns fan. Welcome to the show.
Let's see here. We have, there it is, from Joe Hervey, keeping with the amp theme. Ben, what is a few amps you would want to get? And Rich as well, same question. Well, the first amp, and I think only because it's freshest in my mind, is that new Marshall head that Pete Thorne got in last week. Which I don't know if you saw that, Rich.
No, I didn't.
He happens to have in possession Steve Vai's Jose heavily modded Marshall head he used on all the DLR tours. And you're like, how did he get that? He got it and wrote it to do a video on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it was I was reading somewhere recently, but some ridiculous Marshall head. Oh, never mind. I know what it was. That's old news. But yeah, no, that's new news, and that's awesome.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, as far as the JJ Junior head, definitely. I'd like an 80s Marshall JCM Jose modded, because why not? And how about some form of tweed-based Fender product that sounds awesome at obscene volumes? Like a tweed, just a tweed deluxe or something.
My shopping list right now, if I were to go out and buy 3 amps, would be a Laney Cub 15 head with the matching 212 cab.
Oh, you want the new Laney that Chibson shared the other day? The Tiger Cub.
The Tiger Cub. Tiger Breath! Effing Carol Baskin. But yeah, so they'd be I'm sure the comments are just going to flow now. But yeah, so the Laney Cub 15 with the 212 cab there with a little weird looking cutaway front on it. I like it. It's cute. It's cool. A project that I have in mind, which would kind of cross off the exact same amp I'd want to buy anyway, so I'd probably get it cheaper projecting it. I want to take a Champion 600 by Fender.
Mm-hmm.
I want to rip the guts out of it. And I want to stuff it into a 110 combo. And then wrap it in tweed. I mean, think about it. 5-watt, 6V6 powered tweed combo.
Why not?
Hard to beat. Throw a nice throw a nice Alnico 10-inch there.
Nice.
Hard to beat.
We had a couple of people.
The third one would be and this is one of my bucket list amps because they're so ridiculously hard to find. I want a Fender Bassman TV Twin 10.
Ooh.
By the way, viewers, if you have a Bassman TV Twin 10, and we're talking the reissues here that came out in like 2002, we're not talking original.
Because ain't nobody got money for that. Yes. Email at canuckswithguitars@gmail.com.
I'm in Niagara Falls right now with a Bassman 15 for sale, and I almost considered it. He wants way more than I want to spend on it, but it's the only one I've seen for sale in Canada, and I only saw one of them for sale on eBay in the States.
We had a couple of people asking who you are because, we got some new people on the channel. And my sister almost got it right. She says, this is Rich. He is the original co-host of Canucks with Guitars. Ben and Rich have played in a band together. Actually, we've played in several bands together.
We've played in a few bands together. Yes. Pointing off screen.
Yes.
Yes. Hello, people that don't know me. I'm the guy in the golf cap with the beard is a new thing. I'm surprised nobody's actually commented on it. But
BB did right off the bat.
All right, well, good on you, BB. It's about as lush as I've ever grown a beard. I'm reluctant to do anything about it now because I've never been able to grow a beard quite this thick and fluffy and poofy and not patchy and like teenagery looking.
Right.
So now that I'm here, I'm just like, I think I'm stuck with this now. I think this is how you become a beard guy.
I was going to say, let's be honest. We met when I was roughly your age now, and I had just grown a beard.
That's actually probably a fact.
Yeah. It's been right about 11 years, and did I not just grow a beard for the first time, and left it? I've basically had a beard since you've known me, and I don't think I had a beard much longer than I've known you.
I've only seen you clean shaven once, and then you had the burn stash going for a while.
This is true.
There was the burn stash.
This is true. Yes, channeling my inner Lemmy for a couple of years there.
It just reminded me of the Fathers of Confederation every time I saw you. I just pictured Prince Edward Island, and they're like, so we're going to be a country. They'd be like, what about that chunk of land up there? I'd be like, it's still going to belong to England for a while. What? Why? They want to. They can't even speak English up there. Well, they do. It's just kind of a bizarre, bastardized form of English they call Newfie.
Hello to Nikki Tedesco. Good to see you.
Sorry, Island Winder, if you're on here, bud. You know we love you. Bye.
Vine and Pickup says Richie is the Canadian Johnny Bean. You're not the first person to say that.
I'll take it. I'll take that compliment all day long. I mean, Johnny B might be insulted by it, but I'll take it.
True. Let's see here. Yeah, keep those questions coming, folks. Still got 51 people tuned in here. Awesome. On a Monday night.
Yes, indeed.
Somebody mentioned the Sir PT15. That is a very nice amp. I got to play one of them at NAMM.
I don't think I've played any Sir amps. I played Sir guitars. I don't think I've actually played any of their amplifiers.
I don't recall.
You know what I just discovered a discarded message in my message box in the temporary like messages or whatever. It was a message to you during NAMM to check out the new Carvin, what is it, Mach 100? The 50-50 stereo power amp pedal they made.
Oh, right.
And I was like, I was going to send it to you, and I was like, I guess there's no real point to it now. And then be like, hey, Ben, guess what I was going to message you about a couple months ago when you were in California? I wanted you to check this out, but you didn't because I never messaged you.
I kind of avoided the Carvin Kiesel boost after they screwed over Jay Hannon last year. So
I haven't seen any like halfway respectable reviews on it. No offense to those who have done reviews on it. But everyone's just like, yeah, here's it doing the thing that everybody does with like an amp that you just sort of expect it to do. I'm like, well, yeah, but I mean, I can do that with a Digitech and like a PV power amp. But I can get that sound with an RP100 and a CS300. Like we're talking pawn shop sounds here. Like, let me hear what it sounds like trying to be an amp. As opposed to trying to be a distortion pedal, like, you know, it's just, or an amplifier for a distortion pedal. It's just, I don't know. I'm old.
Looks like Hurricane Moon.
That's why I started growing the beard. I reluctantly accepted my oldness. I'm like, I'm crotchety. I hate everything that's new. I'm old. I might as well start growing a beard.
Yeah, it looks like Hurricane Moon. It says late night in the UK off to bed. So thanks for tuning in. Yes, it's approaching 2 a.m.
Yeah, I was going to say, shoot, man. Go ahead and get some chips and curry before bed, man.
And let's see. I'll throw Pete under the bus here. So BV, unlike Pete, you only have to message me once in the chat to check my PMs. And I did. But good evening, Gary Davlin. Good to see you.
Also, BB, wait till I keep up the content on Facebook during this lockdown 5000, man. It's
right.
You're one of the most refreshing things in my newsfeed because it's always positive, it's always good stuff, it's always cool content, it's always neat stuff that I want to check out, and it's not plague related.
You know he has a new nickname.
No.
You just refer to him as Legend.
The Legend.
Because apparently Dan and Mick from that pedal show, I don't know if you saw the live Q&A last week.
I saw the thumbnail for it today on break. I didn't actually get a chance to watch it, though, because our Wi-Fi was being kind of crap.
So last week, you know how they've got Dan via satellite essentially on a screen?
I saw that. So he was in the thumbnail.
Mick has been running his voice through the pedal board.
Tell me they ran into a Miku.
They did today, yes.
All right, I gotta watch it.
Yes, but you go to the 4.5 minute mark of last week because they turn on like this massive reverb and echo, and Dan leans up to his mic. He's like, "BV Ninja," and it's just like the most epic thing ever.
All right, I know what I'm watching before bed. How's that?
There we are.
Oh, mercy.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Indeedly.
BB enjoyed that. Good. And yes, and we do have an announcement at the end of the show. BB messaged me that a friend of his is going live after we wrap up, so we'll shoot everybody over there. Hey, speaking of Prince Edward Island, there's Mike Leister. And I think I saw Mark's images in here earlier from the West Coast. So we got all of Canada covered.
Scott Islander on here too. Lord above, they even got internet access out there now.
Oh, geez. Thunder and Jason Price. Can you believe it?
Thundering by. They got internet access in Spot Island now.
Message in, and yes, Tom, you are quite correct. Nikki, wow, with a super chat. I was just about to say, Nikki is one hell of a bass player. Do you know how to get
the last name like
to stream live YouTube? That I do not know. I use StreamYard pretty much exclusively now, and sometimes I'll go direct just using the mobile app. But thank you very much, Nikki. And yeah, definitely check out Nikki's channel. I was checking out some of it. Hell of a bass player.
Good. Well, I know what else I'm watching
And there's Islander Winder.
There's my favorite guy right there. There we go. Oh, Lord, then. I was talking ill of the Rock earlier, and I was like, I'm sorry, Islander Winder, if you're in the chat, bye. It's all a joke. She's all a joke, bye. How are you doing tonight?
Posted Nikki's channel in the chat here. Yes, please, BV. Why don't you throw the link up in here now? Because we're getting close to wrapping up, so please do. We have coming up live in a few minutes. Let's go over to BV's message. Michael Palmisano. There we go. Michael Palmisano coming up live. Hell of a player. You can never say his name. So I gotta look at it. Thank you, BV. There's the link in the chat. Awesome. Which you may not know, Richie. We end the show a little different now. Normally, I play Greasy Weasel at each show, but I'm not going to do that.
Play what?
We got your sexy ass here instead, so I don't have to play music tonight. So this is awesome.
Can we do Happy Trails?
We could. We could do that. Van Halen style, no less. But we do need to
not only the Happy Trails. They do a Happy Trails, don't they?
The end of Diver Down.
Yeah, I forgot about the band. You know what else I'm listening to, right? Once we finish this, Van Halen's Happy Trails. I forgot we did that.
So we definitely, we want to thank the channel sponsors: LPD Pedals, Reno Fin Custom Guitars, Tesi Switch, FU Tone, Flipside Music, and Ardens Music. Definitely, like Tesi, use coupon code Canucks and save 15%. He is carrying both Earthquaker and Keeley pedals. So if you want to save on those two pedal brands as well as kill switches,
that's starting to read like a Hollywood film credit by.
Yeah. And also, we want to thank our patrons. If you want to join up, folks, for as little as $1 a month, you can do the old follow over at Patreon. And we want to thank Randy Crooks, Grumpy Mike, Todd Flowers, No Cover Charge, Craig Tomlinson, Martin C., a.k.a. I Am Happy, Fruitcake Tony, Blackjack Guitar Nut, Riff Magos, Ivan Carter, Bent Tom, Upside Down, and Jose Benito Martinez Jr.
Thank you. I tip my hat to you.
Well, we try, right? And hey, if they're good enough to do the monthly support, the least we can do is give them a shout out at the end of each show. So do you have anything to add, my good man?
I mean, if we got enough time, I could do another authentic advertisement, but I mean,
we could.
Other than that, no, it's great to be back. Good to hear from everyone again. I would have joined in the chat, but my laptop is chibsoning out at best, and unfortunately, that's the case there. But at least I was here, and you were there, and we were here, and
they're all there. Yeah, that's right. My sister mentions Tesi Switch. He just got them in, new on the site, the Master 8 guitar picks. Those are the ones out of Japan. Oh, damn. And right in under the wire, you'll love this channel name. Sexy bearded Viking wizard, the badass Aussie, sliding into the chat like Tom Cruise in Risky Business.
That's so much identity crisis could only come from a down under. But I love it. Wonderful? I love every single thing about it. I love every single damned thing about it.
Same here. And dang, in under the wire, donation to the channel. Great show. Here's a bit for the tip jar, Ben.
Good
Thank you, Knucklehead.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, if you just hold the line here, as always, folks, you know how we roll. We hold those doors open, which I have been doing more because why not? I can survive an anthrax. I can hold the door open so somebody doesn't have to touch it. Let that guy in ahead of you in traffic. Honestly, there's not much traffic, but why not? Do good things and good things will happen to you. Karma is real. We're living the dream. I hope you are too. And then until next time, bum-ba-dee-da, bum-ba, happy trail. We'll meet again.